Hey, good morning. It's early. I don't know if I quite understand how people function without a meditation practice. I think I've been meditating now for over 10 years, every single day. Do I miss a day now and again? Yeah, although in the past 643 days, I haven't missed a day, and I don't plan to. And in fact, I don't even understand why I would want to, because meditation it's even more crucial than brushing your teeth, and I have excellent dental hygiene. Honest and truly, people ask me, what is one thing that is the secret to my success or my happiness? And it's my meditation practice. I think what trips people up is the question of what is a meditation practice? What does it mean, and how do you do it, and how do you do it right, and how do you not do it wrong, and why do you do it, and all that, and I completely get it. And let's see if we can dispel some of the myths, it's a tough word, myths about a meditation practice. And there's a quote I like. It says something like, we don't meditate to become better meditators. We meditate to become better, humans, or something like that. And I would agree. Let's see if I can break down briefly what I do in my meditation practice and how it works for me, and if this can help you a little bit with maybe starting a meditation practice, or even thinking about why you might want to. So I just finished, and I know I start out these podcast episodes with, hey, good morning, it's early. And it's not that early, but I've driven, we just looked, we drove 2,000 miles in the past week or so. And it's been long days of driving and really enjoyable. I really enjoyed it. We're in the southwest of the U.S. and I like the desert. I grew up in the desert or near the desert, and I always appreciate the beauty of the desert. And in fact, you could say that's a meditative practice. Not while driving, shall I add, because a meditative practice is ideally in sort of an altered state of consciousness. And I think that's the key. Is striving towards that altered state of consciousness. And I think this is where it scares people, or people think, oh, I can't achieve that, or I can't get out of my monkey mind. And if you haven't heard the term monkey mind, it's just your daily thinking about stuff in your daily life, right? Oh, I've got to go to the store today, and I've got to buy apples, and I've got to pay the bill, and all that normal stuff, right? And by the way, there is no escaping the monkey mind. I like to quote that you're either a monk or in a coma or dead if you have achieved completely avoiding the monkey mind. So don't worry about the monkey mind. I'm a numbers guy, and if you're not a numbers person, that's okay. I'm going to make it really easy for you here. So I usually scare people when I say I'm a numbers or a math guy. I started my university education, but I was majoring in mathematics, and it often freaks people out. But I think mathematics has actually made my life simpler and easier and more enjoyable, if that sounds possible. And if you know me at all, and you know that my word for 2026, it's not a surprise, is mathemagician. In fact, that's a perfect segue into how I can better explain what meditation is and what it does for me. So my word for 2026 is mathemagician. And if you want to hear more about a word of the year for you, or the year of you can go to repossible.com/YOY. It's the letter Y, the letter O, the letter Y. Year of you. And that's how it's another element of putting some structure, math, to the spirit or the magic. This is how I see meditation as well. Meditation is I do it every single morning without missing ever a day. And so back to structure. I use an app called Insight Timer, and I pick I have some favorites. For example, I'm currently really into Sarah Blondin, who's just fantastic. I just love her voice, and I like the background music, and she just brings it home for me. So I'm really into Sarah Blondin. I also like Nikki Sutton. I like Dexter and what's her name? It's so funny because Dexter sounds like a German name. Oh, Alessandrina, and she is from Spain, I think. So it's like the German and the Spaniard, which I love. Also because I have a friend who's a German who's married to a Spaniard. So anyway, find your favorite person on Insight Timer, and then there's gamification, right? So the fact that the app records that you have a streak of certain days in a row, then it becomes a game. And so I'm on whatever. I don't want to look it up because I'm going to mess up my recording, but I'm on, I don't know, 600 plus, right? And in fact, I know the day I missed, and then before that I had something like 200. So more like 800. But it's all beside the point. Because again, that's the game part. That's fun. But the real magic is in the practice. I have a chapter called Practice is Perfect, right? Not practice makes perfect. Practice is perfect. So the fact that you're doing the daily meditation is the practice. The practice is the goal. The meditation itself is the goal. It's not that you do it perfectly. It's not that you see angels and talk to your dog or your deceased parents, which I do on a regular basis. That's not the goal. The goal is doing the meditation. And if you follow my work at all, you'll know that I have wacky projects like the worst book ever. And so, for example, I should have the worst meditation ever. I should have a course. So if you think that the goal is not to have a fantastic meditation, whatever that is, the goal is just to do it. I can highly recommend Insight Timer. I'm not an affiliate or anything. It's just insighttimer.com, I think. Or I'm sure it's in the app stores, Insight Timer. And just pick one. They have tracks that are 1 minute long. And you can already start your streak. And go find some people you like. There's all kinds of filters. So let's get back to why I do it and what I get out of it. And let's get back to the monk on the mountain in Nepal. Because that's not what I'm doing every morning. I can guarantee it. That sounds fun. I would love to go to Nepal. I've never been there. I would love it. I would love a 10-day meditation retreat in Nepal. I am a meditation geek like that. I would love that. So, and you must think, okay, dude, you're a weirdo. You want to go on a meditation retreat in Nepal and sit like a monk for 10 days? Yes, I would. Why? Because of the power, the energy, the love that it provides me. So, for example, let's take today. Let's put me on the spot. Give me some improv on the spot moment here. Say, Bradley, what was your meditation like today? What did it do for you, and why is it positive? Okay, it is. I have been in the U.S. If you know, I think you know me a little bit, but I was born in the U.S. Of course, I live in the Netherlands. I've been there for 9 years. My second tour of the Netherlands. Before I was there for 4 years. So I've been there for 13 years. I love Europe. I love living there. I'm currently in the U.S. because my son is moving to the U.S., to Austin, Texas. And I'm helping him move in. So let's take meditation here for practical purposes. I am helping him. Remember, I have a U.S. passport. So does he, right? We both have dual passports. Yay. Awesome. Hello. Awesomeness. And we are doing really boring stuff. We got him a driver's license. We got him a bank account. We finally, after like a year, I'm not kidding, got him a credit card. We got him an apartment. Got him a car. And all these things take time and especially patience. It's a super giant helping of perseverance. What's the difference between patience and perseverance? Patience is waiting around quietly. Perseverance is not giving up. Perseverance is keeping at it. And also with patience, right? And also, okay, I love my 3 Ps. Passion, perseverance and patience, right? So the passion to do the thing, the passion we want to get the thing done, the perseverance to keep going, and the patience to wait for it to unravel, to actually happen, right? So, Bradley, get to the meditation part. Why do you do meditation? How is this helping you? I don't get it. So in the past, I've been here like a month, and we have accomplished so much. Like just the list I just rattled off, right? And I can easily and honestly say that much of this success, because it is success, we are succeeding at accomplishing these tasks. And much of this comes from my morning meditation, where I'm not talking with angels all the time, right? It could be that I'm in my meditation and I'm listening to Sarah Blondin, take me through a jungle or something, right? And then I will veer off in my thoughts, and you can call it monkey mind if you like, but I will veer off in my thoughts, and I will think about my day a little bit. Okay, we need to go to the DMV, or it's called something different here, the Department of Motor Vehicles. All right, we need to not forget the passport and the test results from the driving test, and we need to be there at 10. Let's be there at 9:45, and maybe I should bring my passport just in case. So, and I'm not waking up. I'm not opening my eyes. I'm not writing things down. I just am sort of maybe mentally going through some steps. And what happens then in the peace and calm and serenity of this meditation, and remember, like Sarah Blondin's in my ears whispering to me about, meadows and butterflies, right? And I'm not, no offense, Sarah, but I'm not really listening to her at that moment. I am planning my Department of Motor Vehicles visit with my son. And so when that happens, or when I'm out of my meditative state and I'm organizing for the day, then I say, all right, what do I need again? Oh yeah, we need the passport, and we need the test results, and we need his proof of address or whatever. And it's kind of like I am making a bit of a list in my mind. That's fine, but I think the state in which I am, that state of calm, I'm not anxious. I have my eyes closed. I've got my AirPods, or my, even better is big headphones, big noise canceling headphones, and my eye mask, because I'm blocking out external influence. I have my eye mask on, so I can't see anything, total darkness. I've got ideally noise canceling headphones of some kind on, and that I'm not hearing anything. I don't hear the doorbell. I don't hear somebody talking. Also, I'm doing this early in the morning. Nobody's awake, right? And then, this is an important one for me. I like being in a place where I know nobody's going to tap me on the shoulder. So ideally, I'm in a locked room, whether it's your bedroom or back at home. I do this in the bathroom, literally in the walk-in shower. I know it sounds super weird, but it's one of the few rooms in the house that I can lock, because I want total assurance that I'm not going to be interrupted by the present day reality, right? And that allows me to go deeper into feel safe into a deeper state of unconsciousness or subconsciousness, or to that altered state, if you will. And that allows me I feel safe. I'm not going to get tapped on the shoulder. Nobody's going to bump into me or whatever. And if somebody really needs me, they will knock on the door. And I really don't like that. So they know if the door is closed, they don't hear the shower going, and they know not to bug me because I'm meditating. And my family knows, like, this is my one of my most important moments of the day. So back to practicalities and realities. And the reason I'm doing this today is because here we are. It is a Friday. And by the way, if you want even better meditations, here's a little plug for intermittent fasting. I have not been intermittent fasting here in the U.S., and I also call it Feast Friday, but I usually call it Fast Friday because I've been fasting. And just a pro tip here on meditation, but I find that if you fasted the evening before, didn't eat since 4 p.m., and you sleep better, and you wake up earlier, and your body is just like, I'm ready to go. And you wake up earlier, and then you do your meditation, and then ideally you create something. Like I'm doing right now. I just got out of my meditation, and I'm creating this podcast episode, this YouTube episode. And that for me is the sort of the ultimate in structure, if you will. Because remember, I am an artist. I am a butterfly flittering around angel full of ideas, right? I am a creative artist. So I need that structure. I need, okay, Bradley, it's 4 p.m. No more eating today. Fasting, then meditation, wake up, first thing, meditation. No news, no phone, no crap. And then create. I don't always create, but this morning, if I'm feeling it like I do right now, and I want to share something, or I've got something strong or powerful or necessary, right? Like I get so many questions about, Bradley, I would love to meditate, but I don't know how, or I can't, or I'm not good at it. This is one of those things where every single human being can be good at it. And then remember, defining good. It's not, I met with the angels, I talked to butterflies. Nope. It's like, I planned my DMV visit in my meditation. Right? That's a good meditation. And the reason okay, here we go. Let me back up again. I'm here in the U.S. and we are really getting things done. We are efficient. We are effective. By the way, we're having fun. We're just getting so much done. And let me knock on some wood. There's some wood. Knock on some wood-like structure. Oh, here's wood. There we go. Knock on wood. There we go. Because things are going really well. And not every single thing goes well, but I get some comments sometimes like, wow, how did you get that done? How did you accomplish that? Wait a minute, you're like traveling, and wait a minute, you like wrote 3 books in 3 weeks? Aren't you busy with driver's licenses and credit cards and junk? Like, yeah, I am. And okay, this is becoming a very long episode, but if I love the idea of Kairos time and Kronos time. I'm not sure in which of my books I wrote about this the most, but it's a little bit mathematician. Kairos time, Kronos time is easier to explain. Kronos time is the regular ticking of a clock. Tick, tock, tick, tock. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. It's normal time. It's like if you look at financial, you earn $1 a day. And it goes in a linear progression. It doesn't get worse. It doesn't get better. It's just a straight line. That's Kronos. And that is sort of reality. Kronos is real life. We live in a 24-hour day, 7 days a week. That's normal time. And you earn $1 a day. It's a bad example, but get the idea. Very linear. Kairos, K-A-I-R-O-S, both Greek words. Kairos time is, in I think in the Greeks they call it the Greek mythology they call it something like bending time. So this is where, okay, we can talk financial again because it kind of helps. In Kronos financial world, you earn your $1 a day and that's it. It's very simple, very straightforward, very, very stable, reliable, easy, right? Kairos would be more like me as an author. I write a book, and then there's the possibility that I sell 1 book today, and then 10 books the next day, and 100 books the next day, and 1,000 books the next day, and 10,000 books the next day, and 100,000 books the next day. Are you seeing the graph? Right? I'm doing this with my hands as if you can see. The graph is exponentially increasing. So this is the difference between Kronos and Kairos. I like the financial example because I like graphs and charts and I can really see things clearly. So back to meditation. Kronos is, for me, Kronos life is life without meditation. And that, for me, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. You do your day, you do your thing, you live in a Kronos life. Totally fine. And nothing wrong with it. And you live, and it's very linear and reliable, and you earn your euro a day, whatever, right? Kairos time is definitely more unpredictable. And yet, Kairos time doesn't adhere to the laws of physics in a way, right? Just like, a good example is dreaming. If you ever have a dream, and well, we all dream, but by the way, we all dream. I've read that we all dream every night. It's just, do we wake up and we remember it, right? So in a dream, I've read a lot about dreams. And in dreams, they say it's possible that your big old IMAX theater scene, like amazing, 4D sensation, feelings and extravagant dream scenario, that might take up 3 minutes of your dream, of your sleeping night. In counting in Kronos time, 3 minutes, and in Kairos time, it's just like, oh my, wow, I just lived this entire story, and then we went there, and then my cousin visited, and then we drove a car, and we were surfing, and so all this whole stuff happens in a weirdly short amount of time. So this is also where Kairos comes in. This is where, in my meditation, and again, to bring it back to boring stuff, okay, back to me as the creator, because I've got the DMV covered, right? I know what I need to bring. I can move on to the next sort of topic, or I can go back to listening to Sarah Blondin and walking me through the meadows and see what she's got going on today, right? What does she want me to do today? Oh, I'm supposed to walk through the meadow and whatever, do what she tells me to do. By the way, if that was any knock on Sarah Blondin, I love Sarah Blondin, and I listen to her almost daily. So she really brings it home for me. So back to Kairos, I can get so much, quote unquote, done in my meditation because my meditation is Kairos time. My meditation, okay, here's a bad meditation. A bad meditation is Kronos time. A bad meditation is you meditate for 17 minutes and you get sort of 17 minutes worth of, efficiency or effectiveness. That's okay, right? Again, nothing wrong with it. Whereas a good meditation, 17 minutes, I've got 3 minutes in there where I absolutely just got the new idea for my next book. Or I know what we need to do with my son, and I know how we're going to solve this problem. And I've got it, boom, shaka boom, and I know what to do. And that is, we get back to clarity, courage, and confidence. The clarity to know what to do, the courage for me to do it, and the confidence to carry it out and execute the idea and the plan. That is the kind of stuff. That's a good meditation. Okay, I am sure this is way longer than I expected to do this morning. I was just going to say sort of like, why meditate? Should one meditate? And also, because I get these questions. Bradley, how are you accomplishing so much? How do you write all these books? How do you accomplish all these things? And how do you have these ideas and then you execute them? I think execute is such a weird word, but you accomplish them, you finish them, you do them, you have these ideas, and then you follow through and you do it. Like, where do you get the energy, right? And the energy, a lot of it comes from the clarity I get during the meditation with sort of a roadmap of what I need to do. And that comes to me during meditation. And remember, where's the input, right? So I listen to a lot of podcasts, I watch a lot of YouTube videos, I take a lot of courses, I read a lot of books, I listen to audiobooks, listen to podcasts. So I get a lot of input. And the meditation time is then my sort of filtering or sifting through the information and what is then important. What do I need to do today? And what is the most efficient and effective use of my time that I can best get this thing done? And that's where meditation for me it's just the answer. It is really, I'm not kidding. Bradley, what is the secret to your success? My meditation practice. Bradley, how do you accomplish so much in a day? And how have you written 39 books? And Why in the world are you writing 27 books in 27 weeks at the end of 2025? My meditation practice. How do you get the ideas? My meditation practice. How do you, my meditation. Why then meditation? It's pretty much, I don't want to say it's the answer to everything, but it's sort of like the answer to anything. How about that? Why don't I leave you with that little nugget of joy right there? It's not the answer to everything, but it's very probably the answer to anything. I like that. I will leave you with that, my dear friends, my dear listeners, my dear viewers. And thank you for, if you've listened to this point, please go check out Insight Timer and do yourself a joy. Do yourself. Give yourself the power. Gift yourself the purpose and meaning and joy and clarity and courage and confidence. Gift yourself some Kairos time. Gift yourself a little retreat out of the Kronos life that most of us live. And gift yourself some Kairos joy. And start a meditation practice. And go for 30 days. I know, it sounds like a lot. But start with Insight Timer. Share your screen. And I do a screenshot. I would love to see your daily practice. Share with me. You can find me at youtube.com/@Repossible. That's my YouTube channel. And I love comments there. And come share with me your progress on Insight Timer. I would love to see it. You hit 30 days. And remember, I think the minimum is like 1 minute. If you do a 1 minute meditation every day, that's 30 minutes total. I think Insight Timer probably has a little cutoff when it calculates that you have a day. But okay, go crazy, do 2 minutes, right? 2 minutes a day. Go find Sarah Blondin if you like. I'm on there too. I have a few meditations on Insight Timer. Mine are usually 17 minutes because I'm a little bit infatuated with the number 17. There you have it. Go do a 30-day meditation every single day. Don't miss a day. I don't care what the excuses are. Have you listened to all my excuses? I've got plenty of excuses. Do I still meditate every day? Absolutely. I do not miss a day. Because why would I? Why would I miss that joy, that power, that clarity, courage, and confidence that I get from it? Why? You'd have to time, even if you tied me up and forced me to not meditate. Oh, good, it's a little quiet. I can meditate. All right, there you have it. I am dreading to see how many minutes this is, but you know what? I hope this has been good. I hope this has been helpful. And please leave me a comment and let me know what you think of this, and let me know if you're going to start that meditation practice. And to go check out Insight Timer, and especially Sarah Blondin. Okay, you think I've got like a major crush on her, but you know what? I probably do. She's in my ears, a few times a week, so that's what happens. You know what? That's another thing. Just, you got somebody in your ears, walking you through a meadow. I mean, how bad can it be? Bradley Charbonneau, Repossible podcast and YouTube channel. Come comment, like, and subscribe. Oh, God. All right. Make it a great day. I know I'm going to have a good day. Why? Because I started my day with meditation. Bye for now.